Considered one of the greatest tragedies ever, the Titanic has unquestionably left its mark on world history. Although many years have passed over it, it is still more Titanic, and numerous theories about its sinking are being put forward. But we're not going to tell you today why the Titanic sank. Despite the fact that a century has passed since our current topic, why has the Titanic still not been brought to the surface? Let's find out the answer to the question of why the Titanic was not brought to the surface in the rest of the video without more time. It doesn't make much sense that this 269-meter-long ship was lost, doesn't it? But as we mentioned earlier, the work became more difficult due to insufficient technology in those years and the fact that the Titanic broke in two while sinking. Studies were carried out with electromagnetic underwater vehicles, and eventually the coordinates of the Titanic were found. But while all this was happening, the First and Second World Wars took place and the Titanic idea was forgotten. It was not until the year 1953 that people again thought of the jewels, valuable artifacts and items on the Titanic. Of course, the valuable items on this ship, which was boarded by the richest people of its time, attracted people's attention. Various ideas have been put forward over the years to bring the Titanic to the surface, but none of these solutions have been able to bring the Titanic to the surface. The coordinates of the Titanic were finally fully discovered in 1985. From those years until 2004, a large number of items were removed from the Titanic, which was in the ocean, and put on display. The United Nations Cultural Arm placed the wreck of the Titanic under international protection against looters in 2012. This means that the Titanic, which is an underwater cultural heritage, will never be brought to the surface. Apart from all this, the Titanic has been underwater for more than 100 years and has rusted over time. It is under threat from bacteria that survive by eating rust in the ocean. Unfortunately, if this trend continues, according to experts, the Titanic will completely disappear within 20 years. As a result, the ship called Unsinkable hit an iceberg in its first sphere and sank. Although more than 100 years have passed, it still cannot be brought to the surface.